Welcome to the Rebel to Succeed podcast. It's your boy Anthony Williams, the founder of rebeltosucceed.com. The purpose of this podcast is to share tips, advice, and strategies to help you improve in all areas of your life. My mission is to make a positive difference in your life to help you live your best life. Now let's get it. What up, good people? It's your boy Yan from Rebel to Succeed coming at you with another podcast episode. So today in this podcast, I want to share some positive information from one of the greatest boxers to have ever lived, and that is none other than Mike Tyson. I came across some vital information of Mike Tyson online. You guys know that I'm always scouring the internet. I'm a very motivational and inspirational person. So, but I also want to bring you guys some quality content that's going to uplift and motivate and inspire you guys. So, I came across this clip by Mike Tyson, right? I want to share some of the, some advice and some of the greatest, information that can help change you guys' lives. Right, and who none other than Mike Tyson to share that information by, you know what I mean? So you guys are definitely going to find some vital information from Mike Tyson. So check out these clips. Check out these clips by Mike Tyson.
A good fighter is not necessarily the greatest fighter ever lived. It's where you want to go. You know what I mean? A good fighter just to be diligent and committed and disciplined, doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it. Always testing yourself and forcing yourself to the limits. If you know you if you love women, then deny yourself that. You know what I mean? That's what success in general is all about: sacrifice. From my experience, of any little success I may have had, just be willing to sacrifice, Unfortunately, sometimes you can't have fun accomplishing your goals. And when sometimes people don't have the determination, the will, and the steadfastness, the tenacity, they give in under the slightest struggle. Passionate about it. I don't care any money. That's what I learned about peace and happiness. That if you're not doing it with passion and love, and you're just doing it for money, it's the emotional outcome is going to be disastrous. And that's from my experience. That's just really what I know. So I know it has to be just for pure passion and a love for what I'm doing.
As a smaller boxer yourself in terms of stature, how do you take on these big guys with a big reach?
I don't know. It's not necessarily the size of the guy. It's basically the spirit and the competitive in his heart. If a guy wants to fight, he could be 4'2" and fight a guy 6'9". If you want to fight, you're going to fight and you're going to do well. That's just the average of law here in the game of boxing. If you really want to do it, you're going to do well. But what I found out in life, as life goes on, life is about losing. As we get older, we lose our hair, we lose our teeth, we lose our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, but it's the ones who overcome, they're lost in life and could shun away adversity and always willing to fight it at every particular moment in life, are the ones that are able to transcend and be able to spread the word to other people who's in that same particular genre as they are. In order to be great, you gotta be prepared to fail greatly as well. It's all about how you handle the failures, and I'm good at handling failures. Yeah.
So that was the clips by Mike Tyson. Very, very powerful. You guys always know I'm always talking about powerful information, powerful motivational information. So very powerful, right? To me, it's powerful when when it has the potential to change your life. You know what I mean? Information that has the potential to change your life will always be powerful information to me. And I personally believe that inspirational and motivational information, things that could shift your mindset and help you think in a different way, is by far some of the greatest information that anybody can receive. So what I like about in this clip, right? I like to share my thoughts on certain things. Some of this information that I found on the internet is, he's talking about, success is about sacrifice. And I've talked about sacrifice a lot in my content and, on my podcast before. And I will continue to talk about sacrifice because I personally believe that sacrifice is one of the main ingredients of success. Again, sacrifice is one of the main ingredients of success. You're going to have to sacrifice something in order to gain something. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of think of it as, the law of, giving and receiving. Um, I personally believe, and it's basically the law. If you look at the law of giving and receiving, um, in order for you to receive something, most likely you're going to have to give something. So a lot of people, a lot of people talk about, what's like what are some of the most successful things that you can achieve in the world, right? Like when will you be your most happiest, right? And I personally believe that most people are their happiest when they're giving something, right? When they're sacrificing something, when they're giving of themselves. That's when you find when most people are their happiest. And if you look at that and you analyze, okay, so most people are happy when they're giving, um they're sacrificing, right? And in that, to me, that's success because happiness is the ultimate success. When you find true happiness, that's when you're most successful. So if you're sacrificing and you're giving, and that's when people are most fulfilled, then that right there in itself is letting you know, like, sacrifice is the ultimate thing that one of the ultimate things that you need to do to achieve success. So sacrifice or success is about sacrifice. Once people learn how to sacrifice something and they learn how to give up in order to gain in the future, then ultimately you're going to see major success. You're going to, reach your highest heights. You're going to experience the most success that you're probably going to ever achieve in your life because, great things take time. You have to wait. You have to be patient. And you got to think long term. When you notice and you look at the most successful achievements that have ever been achieved, or some of the most successful things that you can think of, I can guarantee you that it all took time. It all took some time. It all, people had to be patient. Somebody had to be patient. Somebody had to sacrifice. Somebody had to wait. Somebody had to practice that, delayed gratification. So I will not stress that enough, on my podcast, on this platform, that in order for you to achieve, the highest heights in life and for you to model after a lot of these high achievers that I share on this podcast and the information that they share, there's an underlying theme is that, you got to sacrifice, you have to be patient, you have to wait, you have to think long term, and ultimately you'll get to where you're trying to get to. So hopefully you found some success. I mean, hopefully you found some value in this message by Mike Tyson. Again, Mike Tyson is, he was considered one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest, greatest boxer in the world. But that, that's up for debate. There's a lot of, great boxers out there, but I like Mike Tyson. I like his mindset. Not for what he was, a lot of people feared Mike Tyson, but if you really listen to a lot of his content and a lot of his interviews, you'll see that, Mike Tyson he used to, think, a little crazy back in the day, but, he grew out of that, and you can really tell the real person under all of that, fear. People fear Mike Tyson, all of this. He's a very smart guy, even though people may think he's a little slow. He's not slow at all. You know what I mean? For you to become a champion, you can't be slow. Boxing is a very mental sport, so you can't be, you can't reach the highest height in boxing and be, the dumbest person in the world. Mike Tyson is one of the smartest people, and you got to listen to him. Sometimes, some of the things he may say may go over your head, but Mike Tyson he's talking that stuff. So, hopefully you found value in this clip by Mike Tyson. If so, I invite you guys to go and share a review. Let me know what you thought about this episode. And go follow me on all social medias. Of course, go to the website, rebeltosucceed.com. And last but not least, be a rebel, reach everybody by exercising love, show somebody some love today. And yeah, it's your boy Ant from Rebel to Succeed, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I want to thank you for joining me today and listening to this podcast. If you found this episode helpful or valuable in any way, then I encourage you to leave an honest review and subscribe to the Rebel to Succeed podcast for future episodes. To receive more content and value, make sure to visit the Rebel to Succeed website at www.rebeltosucceed.com. And finally, always remember that to succeed in life, you have to reach everyone by exercising love. So make sure to show somebody some love today. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time.